Hi, I'm Biker Bob, and I'm going to give you some good news you probably haven't heard anywhere else about the San Jose Hells Angels. Watch this. Edward Baltazars was San Jose Harley Davidson. Edward, the Christmas drive was a tremendous one-time event. I mean, usually clubs spend 4 or 5 years building up to get anywhere near that kind of volume. In fact, you collected a whole lot of toys and money, and you did that with the San Jose Hells Angels. How did that come about?
We did a toy drive annually. And Mario and I, who is also a person I work with in getting the toy drive organized, thought that it would be great to have local motorcycle clubs involved in the toy drive to make it more successful. And with the help of the Hells Angels and all the other local motorcycle clubs, we were able to raise over 2,200 toys for needy kids.
Well, that's terrific. And also understand some cash was raised at that same, in addition to all those toys. How much money did you get?
Without being exact, it was over, based on what our accounting was, over $3,000 to a battered women's shelter, to an adoption center in Gilroy. So there was a lot of good done in that short period of time we put this together.
Oh, absolutely. And we're going to talk about the Wounded Warrior Project and how that event worked. The two were similar in that a lot of different clubs came together to help out the charity event, but their coming together really was orchestrated by the San Jose Hells Angels. So I'm going to talk to some of those guys now about that project. But thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And
Thanks,
we're going to
guys. Thank you very much.
I want to get you back, too, because we want to do a presentation at the end of this, right?
Awesome.
All right, so
Thank
hang
you.
around. Now, Frank, you actually were very involved in the Wounded Warrior Project, putting people together and getting the clubs to come out. How hard was that for you? How hard was it to get? I think I counted 17 patches, well-represented clubs at that event. Was that a difficult task for you?
No, it wasn't difficult at all. Once we approached them, told them what we wanted to do, and we had meetings with them, everybody was on board right away. It's something they want to participate in. A lot of them are veterans also, with all the different clubs, and it's something that everybody felt strongly about. So the effort was really no effort in putting everybody together. It just all came together.
It was a terrific event. Now let's talk about the next one, Angelo. A lot of clubs could have sat back after Christmas and said, hey, we did our bit. We really helped the community. We helped local kids. We helped battered women. We're done. You guys said, no. A couple months later, all of a sudden, you're doing a Wounded Warrior Project. You're supporting the community and the nation and our veterans, and you did it with even larger numbers than the toy drive. Why did you pick the Wounded Warrior Project?
Well, that came from me, my idea as far as helping back with the vets. Both of my grandparents served in World War II. My grandma passed away last year, and at her eulogy, they talked about the things she did for the community, and one of them was the Wounded Warriors. And I brought it back to my brothers, and they were 100% on board with doing this. We have several vets here, too.
Now, this was a major undertaking. You had members not only running the barbecue, running the raffle, and doing all that stuff, but you reached out to more clubs than I've ever seen gathered at one place. Once again, it was at San Jose Harley. It must have been difficult to orchestrate all that.
I don't think so. It was just putting the effort in, again, reaching out to all the clubs. And it wasn't just San Jose. We had a lot of help from the East Bay and the Valley. We really reached out to a lot of people, and like Frank said, just the amount of veterans that are in motorcycle clubs that are out there really wanted to step up for this.
Right. Now the recipients of the Wounded Warrior Project, and they do wonderful work not only for vets but for families. You did this at the Harley-Davidson San Jose location again. Why the dealership?
They have 100% our back on doing these things, and they want to put events there, and we want to work with them, and they want to work with us. It's just a good location, and it's really about motorcycle clubs coming together, and it's a motorcycle venue.
Yeah, now the truth of charity events, I've been involved with a lot of them, is a lot of money's collected, most of the money's donated. In this case, I think a lot more than most. How many of the dollars you took in are literally going to be going to the Wounded Warrior Project?
It was 100% of the profits. Okay.
Yeah, that's
we,
terrific.
We put out a little bit of money, just food and like plates and stuff like that.
Right.
Which we recovered that, but any profit went to them. This wasn't about us making money.
So, tell me, Ron, how does it feel that the local media just doesn't cover this good news stuff about your club?
It's the normal procedure with them. It's like, when we do good, nobody remembers, and when we do bad, nobody forgets. It's the same cliche. But we didn't do it for that. We didn't do it for the media. We didn't do it for anything. It was just for the Wounded Warriors. That's what we did it for, the vets. Especially now in these times when the VA has been screwing them over left and right. I mean, if we can help one vet with the monies that we get, we got and all the funding and stuff, it'd be well worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. And Larry, and I know you worked hard on this project with Frank, with these young guys too. Was it worth it? I mean, it's a good thing?
Absolutely worth it. Absolutely.
And you'd do it again?
We would do it again.